Jeff Bezos, $237 billion lifestyle and Amazon success hook. While you watch the last YouTube video, Jeff Bezos made more money than most people earn in their entire lifetime. Every single hour, this man generates $8 million in wealth. His daily coffee routine costs less than what he earns in the time it takes to brew that coffee. We're talking about a human being whose net worth of $237 billion is so massive that if distributed equally among all Americans, each person would walk away with over $690. This is the real story of how a simple online bookstore built in a garage transformed into the world's most powerful company, and how the man behind it lives a lifestyle so extravagant it defies imagination. Before we uncover the truth behind Jeff Bezos' billion-dollar empire and his jaw-dropping daily life, hit that subscribe button if you want to see how the world's ultra-wealthy really spend their fortunes. Trust me, what you're about to discover will change how you think about success forever. The wealth that breaks your brain. Let's start with numbers that will make your head spin. As of 2025, Jeff Bezos' net worth sits at a staggering $237 billion, making him the third richest person on Earth. But here's what makes this even more mind-blowing. His wealth fluctuates by hundreds of millions every single day based on Amazon's stock price. To put this in perspective, Bezos earns approximately $8 million per hour. That means while you're watching this 8-minute video, he's making around $64 million. The man literally earns more in 3 hours than it cost to maintain his $500 million super yacht for an entire year. But Bezos wasn't always swimming in billions. In 1998, he first appeared on Forbes' billionaire list with just $1.6 billion. His wealth took a massive hit during the dot-com crash, dropping to $2 billion in 2001. However, the real explosion came later. In 2018, he briefly became the world's first person to reach $200 billion in wealth. The divorce from Mackenzie Scott in 2019 cost him $38 billion in Amazon shares, making it the most expensive divorce in history. Yet even after losing that massive chunk of wealth, Bezos continued climbing the billionaire rankings. His financial resilience is legendary. The floating palace that shocked the world. When Jeff Bezos wants to relax, he doesn't book a hotel room. He sails away on Kourou, his $500 million super yacht that's longer than a football field. This isn't just any boat. It's the world's largest sailing yacht at 417 feet, featuring 3 towering masts that rise 229 feet into the sky. But here's where it gets crazy. Kourou isn't even his only yacht. He also owns Abiona, a $75 million support vessel that follows Kourou everywhere. Think of it as a floating garage that carries helicopters, jet skis, additional staff, and even has a dog park and pickleball court. The support yacht alone is larger than most luxury homes. The annual cost to maintain these floating palaces, a jaw-dropping $25 million per year for Kourou alone, plus another $10 million for Abiona. This includes crew salaries for 40 people, fuel costs that can hit $500,000 for a single refill, and $5 million annually just for insurance. The yacht features an infinity pool on the aft deck, a private cinema, multiple swimming pools, a glass elevator connecting all decks, and even a helipad. But perhaps the most personal touch is the wooden figurehead, carved to resemble his fiancée Lauren Sanchez. When Kourou needs parking, regular marina slips won't cut it. In Fort Lauderdale, the yacht was too massive for standard docking and had to be moored with cruise ships at a cost of $16,500 per week. The real estate empire, worth $700 million. Bezos doesn't just own homes. He owns entire neighborhoods. His real estate portfolio spans from coast to coast, totaling an estimated $700 million in residential properties alone. In Beverly Hills, he owns what was once called the most expensive home sale in Los Angeles history. The $165 million Georgian-style mansion sits on 10 manicured acres and includes 8 bedrooms, 9 bathrooms, 2 guest houses, a tennis court, a swimming pool, and a 9-hole golf course. The property even has its own gas station and features antique wood floors that Napoleon supposedly stood on when proposing to Empress Josephine. But that's just one property. In Miami's exclusive Indian Creek Island, nicknamed Billionaire Bunker, Bezos has spent $237 million on 3 separate mansions. His neighbors include Tom Brady and other ultra-wealthy individuals. One of these properties spans 19,000 square feet with 7 bedrooms and 14 bathrooms, featuring marble flooring, vaulted ceilings, and a Tuscan-style kitchen. In New York City, he owns a 17,000 square foot penthouse at 212 Fifth Avenue, which he purchased for $80 million. This urban palace includes 3 floors with 12 bedrooms and overlooks Madison Square Park. His Washington, D.C. mansion, purchased for $23 million, spans 27,000 square feet and serves as his base when dealing with political matters or his ownership of the Washington Post. In Hawaii, Bezos owns a 14-acre compound on Maui that costs $78 million. The plantation-style home overlooks a white sand beach and includes both main and guest houses. And let's not forget his Texas ranch, a massive 420,000-acre spread where he operates Blue Origin, his space exploration company. This makes him the 24th largest landowner in the United States. The Amazon empire, from garage to global domination. The Amazon story began in 1994 in a garage in Bellevue, Washington, when Bezos decided to sell books online. The company was originally called Cadabra, but Bezos changed it to Amazon because websites were listed alphabetically at the time, and he wanted to be near the top of search results. The numbers tell an incredible story of growth. Amazon's yearly sales jumped from just $510,000 in 1995 to $600 million in 1998. By 2008, they hit $19.1 billion, and by 2018, sales reached nearly $233 billion. Today, Amazon's market cap sits around $2.37 trillion. Bezos still owns approximately 8.5% of Amazon, which represents about $186 billion of his total wealth. Even though he stepped down as CEO in 2021, his Amazon stake continues to be the foundation of his massive fortune. The company's success came from relentless innovation. Amazon Prime, launched in 2005 for $79 per year, now has over 200 million global subscribers. Amazon Web Services, launched in 2006, became the world's largest cloud computing service and generates about half of Amazon's operating income. But here's what most people don't realize. Amazon didn't turn a profit until 2003, nearly a decade after it launched. Bezos was playing the long game, reinvesting every dollar back into growth, rather than chasing quick profits. The daily routine of a billionaire. You might expect Bezos to wake up at 4 a.m., like other CEOs, but his routine is surprisingly relaxed. He wakes up naturally around 6:30 a.m., without an alarm, prioritizing 8 hours of sleep every night. His morning starts with what he calls puttering, a phone-free hour where he sips coffee, reads the newspaper, and has breakfast with his family. This isn't just luxury, it's strategy. Bezos believes this calm start improves his decision-making throughout the day. He schedules his first meeting for 10 a.m., ensuring he has time for family before the kids go to school. The morning meetings are reserved for the most challenging decisions, which he calls high IQ meetings, because that's when his mental energy peaks. For breakfast, Bezos doesn't settle for cereal. He's known for elaborate meals, like Mediterranean octopus, with poached eggs, green garlic yogurt, and crispy bacon. On Sundays, it's blueberry chocolate chip pancakes with the family. Physical fitness is non-negotiable. His workout includes 30 minutes of cardio, followed by 45 minutes of weight training with a personal trainer. He follows a protein-rich, high-fat diet, similar to keto recommendations. Bezos avoids making major decisions after 5 p.m., believing that mental fatigue leads to poor choices. Evenings are reserved for family time, cooking dinner, and reading habits that keep him grounded despite his astronomical wealth. The price of being the world's third richest man living, as Jeff Bezos, means every aspect of life operates on a scale most people can't comprehend. His recent wedding to Lauren Sanchez in Venice cost between $46.56 million, a sum that represents just 0.024% of his total wealth. Despite his massive fortune, Bezos has faced criticism for his relatively modest philanthropic giving. He's donated $4.1 billion in his lifetime, which represents only 1.6% of his net worth. For comparison, his ex-wife Mackenzie Scott has given away $19.25 billion, representing 36% of her wealth. Yet Bezos has committed $10 billion to fight climate change through the Bezos Earth Fund, though only $2 billion has been distributed so far. He's also promised to give away most of his wealth during his lifetime. The man who revolutionized how we shop, changed the way businesses operate in the cloud, and is now pushing the boundaries of space exploration through Blue Origin, continues to live a life that operates by completely different rules than the rest of us. From his $500 million yacht to his $700 million real estate empire, from his daily routine of puttering to building a trillion-dollar company, Jeff Bezos represents the ultimate transformation from entrepreneur to global titan. His story proves that sometimes the biggest risks lead to the most extraordinary rewards.